Are you ready for this? I am going to read my diaries from the 90s for my own personal amusement and yours. We start with "This book belongs to Jessica Orlowski." Date? Wish I had one. Okay, composure, composure. March 30th, 1993. I lost my other diary because I hid it from my parents and brother. I was given this March 20 by Sherry Winklehorst. When I have time, I will write about how I met Derry Mohammed and his family. April 16th, 1993. God has been blessing me through giving me work and money in babysitting. April 18th. Telepersonals 689-5151, mailbox 8503, passcode 6141. Context? Yes, I use those online phone meeting things where people would either try to find dates or just talk dirty. I guess I was a bad kid. I don't know. Maybe just curious, but that's the passcode. One day, I decided to read the whole newspaper. I read about a family from Somalia who was going to be deported. The mother, Amina Mohammed, had been divorced and went to Canada on visitor's visa 2 years ago. The immigration people caught up with them and her family. She was given refuge in Langley Mennonite Church. Her sons are Derry 15, Robel 13, Ollie 10, Mahad 8. When I read this, I felt a great compassion for them and wanted to visit them. I went to Mom and she told me to ask Dad. I said, "Dad, you know those people who are staying in the church?" He said, "Yeah, why don't you go visit them?" So I went to visit them and became friends with Derry. Context, after I met him, we were like pen pals for a while after. Maybe I'll see if I can dig up those letters. He moved from Vancouver to New York, Albany or something like that. He said it was cold. April 20th. Telepersonals is fun. Call 3145-249-0840, 2279-7834, 874-3267, Fabian 253-5281, 54911-2727, 327-3374, Kevin. Pretty sure Kevin was a pedophile because he told me things that I shouldn't have known at my age, or maybe I should have known, but a strange dude on the telephone should not have been the one telling me. Don't remember the details, but that's what I can tell you so far. April 21. Tanya Adams gave me a long lecture about boys and friends. She obviously doesn't think very highly of me because I told her I was getting better and I didn't want the kind of relationship I had with Sean, and she still doesn't think I should have friends who are guys for a long time. Too late. I told Ben his sister was wrong, and he said, "Don't worry about it. She always lectures me." This morning he said, "Jessica, you are a retard," because he heard about the phone line from Tanya. Dale took offense to both of these things. I don't mind what Tanya and Ben know or say about me. I value their opinion, and I hope that one day I can gain their respect. April 23. Kevin called and Mom had a cow. April 24th. Kevin called and said he knew me from school. That was a lie. Luckily, at my very small school, there was another Kevin. April 25. He was eyeing her all class. Sean was flirting with a friend of Naomi's at Sunday school. She ignored him, though. He said to me, "Jessica, I'm flirting with her and she's ignoring me." Context, this was an ex-boyfriend. I even gave her my balloon animal. I'm kind of wondering what I was supposed to do about it. Well, why don't you ask her your name? He kind of shook his head. You introduced yourself like you do to the girls at the wave pool. Yeah. Just be nice to her. It isn't working. It's funny to watch people who are trying not to be obvious while flirting. Hater Don Rose was holding a baby. Sorry, later Don Rose was holding a baby. Sean comes over to try get close to Adelaide, 8th grader, but the baby cried every time he came near and he gave up. I feel so sorry because he is pathetic. Telepersonals messages. 2727 Kevin says I can call 6 to 12:30 car phone or 327-3374 called twice. 8836 David 49 accountant 732-6234 3334 Lyle said I sound interesting 17437 Danny 273-9492 10377 Paul 464-7031. This is back in the days where we only had 7-digit phone numbers. Listen to this. 4640 Mike says I have a delightful voice. 6724 Michael 27 8925 Chris 26 5494 Fabian thinks I should try Spanish guys and he says he's nice. 253-5281 2279 Doug 682-0041. Oh my god. I wrote here, what was I doing? I'm just going to stick to this and keep reading it. Maybe you can meditate or fall asleep to it. 2059 Robert 291-8519 12540 Paul 1770-20 Romantic 8292 James 1134 Herb 6782 Kurt 5496 Bad but Fun 1129 Rob says what I said about him is true, but he is exciting 467-6376 3145 249-0840 Paul 22 7834-874-3267 26 Box 9629 Code 1428 7567 33 Cruising for Casual Woman. I told him I didn't want it. Want sex, likes cocktail dates, I sound great. 6789 Tom, he's lonely and wants to use time talking to me. Intrigued with my ad. 6 feet, 190 pounds, 929-5154. April 26, 3044. Today, we almost had a car accident on the way to the track field. Mrs. Miller was driving and she braked on water. She swerved into the left lane. There was a garbage truck coming and we could get hit. But our van swerved into the right lane and hit a tree. I did a little diagram there, if you can see. The thought in my mind was, why is she in the left lane? She better move on. We're back in the right line. We'll be all right, even if we hit that tree. Crash. We hit it. I wasn't worried. It was so weird. Everything was in slow motion. 2738. Mike. 929-9222. You never know what might happen. That's it for now.